This view is awesome. We are literally there's our steps. There's the river. Just a few yards away. And so when you want to camp by the river, you just pull off the road, I guess. It's early. Cars have been driving by. We're pretty far down. This getting into Kings Canyon Sequoia for a Class A is really not that hard. But then as you go further along, there were a couple of parts that were really narrow, windy, but doable. And this part of the river is by far a calm part of the river. This is the South Fork of the Kings River. So there were parts that we passed by that were raging like nobody's business. This is a pretty calm part here. And all the warning signs have been saying stay out of the river because you can see. I don't know how deep it is. I mean, it's got to be fairly deep, but it's just the speed of the water. If I could safely go dip my feet right there, I'd love to do it. Maybe, we'll see.
Okay, we're hiking the Meadow Trail. I think it's Zumwalt. I'll have to check it. Feels nice in here. Yeah. It's like 20 degrees cooler. This part of the river is calm. And this is where we get rapids. Okay, we found Sentinel, and there is no sign for Sentinel. So you actually have to turn at the Cedar Grove Village, and then you make a left into Sentinel. And just wanted to show you how narrow these roads are. But we saw some Class A's in here, so clearly we should be able to fit somewhere, we hope.
It's Monday, which makes it Saturday, our third or fourth day of our RV adventure of just kind of going with the flow and figuring it out as we go. Yesterday we were at dispersed camping. We figured out that we were right before Grizzly Falls, There's dispersed camping along this pathway. Grizzly Falls is worth checking out. And then we left that spot and drove down to the end of the road, thinking that we could get a fire permit there, because you need a permit to do a fire or even do your propane stove or grill in the national forest. Found out that we couldn't get that there, but found a place to park the RV and did a 6-mile hike down to Roaring River. It's a medium hike. That was cool. And then came back, got the RV, decided that we were going to try to get into one of these campgrounds. That would be worth checking out. And none of these campgrounds are meant for Class A RVs. So if you have a really big RV, we are 33 feet. And since we're Class A, we're really tall, so we were hitting, lots of things were hitting the roof, and we did squeeze by to get out of here. You could try it. I don't think I would try it again. So we came back out, and we are actually found a spot right here along the Kings River. And honestly, if you're in a Class A or self-contained, any kind of self-contained, the dispersed camping spots, if one is open and you don't mind being alone, if you like to be at the campground to socialize, that's different, but if you don't mind the solitude, it's beautiful. So let me show you the site that we're in. A very tall tree is our neighbor. Sound of the river. And here we are. This spot is huge. Here's another, more neighbors. This is just like idyllic here. Look at this. We're all by ourselves. We have this huge area. True that we can't make a campfire because we didn't get the permit, but if you get the permit, you can. And this is our view. It's beautiful. This is so much better than being, when we drove through the campgrounds, I mean, they're so tight and packed in, and they're all dry camping, so the only amenity that you're getting is, some have flush toilets, and a fire ring. That's it. No water, no power, up here at least, in this part of the park, or forest. So as you drive along the road, the whole area, some parts are managed by the National Forest and some parts by the National Park Service. So you're driving through and you'll see a sign, now you're in the National Park, now you're in the National Forest. And so that's what we've figured out. So it doesn't get much better than this. This is the Kings River. Walking to Grizzly Falls. Saying goodbye to our awesome spot. Head down and see what the visitors center says about logical area if an RV our size can fit there. If we can, then we're going to take the shuttle and explore that area, giant forest, Sherman tree,
tunnel log is over there. If not, then we're gonna head out. We'll just have to come back another time.